correctly. They do not need such kind of notes and so on. But for us, because most of the people, they do not know the classical Arabic and their tongue is not going to give them the ability to speak in Arabic or to recite in Arabic correctly, then, based on that, we are taking the Tajweed rulings. So this is why we need to differentiate between the two. If you want to know more Tajweed rulings in order to pass it to the people and also to keep it in your mind, to help you, then inshallah the class will be very good for you. And at the same time, the practical part we are going to practice as much as we can. Okay? But remember well that you need a kind of one-to-one relation or one-to-one kind of rectifying. This is important. Okay. Tajweed al-amali, which is the practical tajweed, the ruling, fiqh ruling regarding this issue is wajib, wujuban ayniyyan. It is an individual obligation. An individual obligation. Okay? So you need individual obligation. We have two types of obligation in the fiqh. We have two types of obligation. Individual one and collective one. Individual one means that every single person should recite the Qur'an correctly because he is going to recite at least al-Fatiha and al-Salah. Okay? So this is an individual obligation. But collective obligation means that some people in this country or in this city should take care of ahkam al-tajweed in order to teach it for the other people. Okay? And I always say that whenever that we are expats, we are away from our home country, we need some people to go and to teach other people. You will find some people that they have a kind of basics or basic kind of understanding and knowledge regarding recitation. Try to bring the other people and to teach them the tajweed. Okay? So that you will find that the societies or the people in every city, in every country, they are collectively at least can find some or few people they are teaching them. Okay? So this is tajweed al-amali, which is wajib wujuban ayniyyan. Okay. The other one is tajweed al-nadari, which is the theoretical one. Hukmu mandub wa laysa wajib. The fiqh ruling regarding the practical tajweed, it is recommended, not obligatory. Recommended, not obligatory. Okay? So this is regarding aqsam tajweed. I want to finish with this. The mistakes, which is this one. Then the mistakes, which is the mistakes in the Quran. We have two types of mistakes. Okay? One we call it clear mistake, and the other one we call it hidden mistake. Okay? So the clear mistake means that you are going to have one word in the Quran that you change it. Whether that you are going to change one letter, for example, instead of saying walad dallin, you say walad dallin. This is changing of the word, okay? Because it is ad-dallin, not ad-dallin, okay? So this is what we call it clear mistake. And the clear mistake means that you are going to be held accountable regarding this. If you know how to recite the tajweed, or how to recite the Quran and know the rulings of the tajweed, okay? If you are not Arab, for example, and you are finding a great difficulty in order to recite it, it's out of your hand, because still that the first 20 years of your life, you've been saying it like dhaf or always, of dhalin. Try as much as you can to change. Okay? Inshallah, you have your own excuse. But remember well that by repetition, inshallah, you will get the right way of the recitation. Okay? So do not be, try to be very concerned regarding this issue. Okay? This is the first one, which is, we call it al-lahn al-jali, which is the clear mistake. For example, if we say an'amta alayhim in al-Fatiha. If I say, instead of an'amta alayhim, I said, for example, an'amti alayhim. This is considered to be changing of the word. Okay, changing of the word. Because an'amti means that it is like the female, for example. And we are talking here about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. An'amta, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? So this is clear mistake. Another mistake, for example, Like, instead of say Alhamdulillah, you say Alhamdulillah, for example. Okay? This is also wrong. The diacritical sign should be observed here. So this is what we call it the clear mistake, which you should avoid as much as you can. The other one is the hidden mistake. The hidden mistake is the mistake in the Tajweed rulings. The hidden mistake is the mistake in the Tajweed rulings itself. Some ulama, they said that it's allowed for you if you do not know the Tajweed. Okay? But you are asked to know about it, to know or at least to learn about it. Okay? These are the two things that I want to. Okay. Regarding al-lahn, the clear mistake and the hidden mistake, just I want to say something. For the clear mistake, it is forbidden. It is forbidden to you if you are in intention doing it. Some people, they are out of arrogance or out of, they are so lazy to change their tongue. If you're doing so, then it's haram. It is forbidden. For the hidden mistake, which is something that you cannot control in ahkam al-tajweed and so on, the ulama, they said that it is haram for those who can learn. But those who have their excuse and they cannot change their tongue, it is okay, permissible, they have their excuse, but keep on working and rectifying. Okay? These are the rulings of ahkam tajweed. This is an introduction. Okay? And I want, before actually we should listen to some questions from you, and we need to recite Surah Al-Fatiha. But actually I would recite Surah Al-Fatiha first, which is 9:30 exactly, and then if there is any individual questions or anything that you want to know, inshallah, and those who wants to leave, for example, at 9, we want to control the time as much as we can, as we discussed with our brothers, okay? So that 9:30 inshallah will be finished. And if you have any individual questions or something extra, it's okay. I'm here to give it to you inshallah.
I have a question. It is not exactly a question but a suggestion.
Yes.
Before starting like Surah Al-Fatiha,
Yes.
my suggestion is it would be better if you once tell us how to pronounce this particular word, for example, or letter, for example, how to pronounce like alif or ain.
Yeah, that's right. This is actually, today we were about to talk about makharij al-huruf, the points of articulation, which already we have things like, as our brother, and this is makharij, I think this one.
Picture viewer.
This one?
Picture viewer.
Yes. Yes, something like this. So I was about to talk about something like this, what is the places and how we can find the points of articulation, the right ones, and how to recite them. But this would be in parallel. I mean that I'm going to talk about this inshallah next time, and in the same time we are going to take in parallel the recitation of some surahs, short surahs, as much as we can. Okay. Okay. Let's go now to Surah Al-Fatiha. So we do not have here. We don't have the Surah. Yes, that's right. Yes, for example. What is even in the recitation? Okay, so here, this is Surah Al-Fatiha. Okay, I'm going to recite, inshallah, and you repeat after me. Okay, for 2 times, and I'm going to stress in some words. Now I'm going to rectify some words without knowing what is the background of this. For you, you will not understand clearly, but try to imitate or try to make it as I'm doing it. So, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Take take care of Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Ra. Okay? Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Not Ar-Rahim. No. Ar-Rahim.
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 Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.
Alameen, you find that ayn, point of articulation from the middle of the throat. Hamzun ha, aynun ha, ghaynun kha. So from the middle of the throat. Ayn, which is al-alameen. Al-alameen. Al-alameen.
Al-Alameen.
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim.
مالك يوم الدين.
مالك يوم الدين.
Dal, take care, it is not ta. Okay? Because they are different in the qualities. Which is dal wa ta, they are different in the traits and the qualities of them. So a dal should be separated from a ta. Do not say Malik Yawm al-Teen. Some people they are pronouncing like teen, and this is not right. Malik Yawm al-Din.
مالك يوم الدين.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين.
إياك it is double مشددة. So we said إياك
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 إياك إياك
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
This is the most common mistakes here. صراط, صد from حروف الاستعلاء. Okay? And there is صفير. One of the characteristics is الصفير. So we should say like this as you are whistling. So else. And صاد, it is not it is الصراط. الصراط. صاد and ta, they are مفخم, which is the heavy letters and the mouth is full with it. So we should say اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
Sin, it is from the light letters, which is مرققة. So we should say here as you are smiling. So we say المستقيم.
المستقيم.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
Take care of sin, it's not صاد. It is not اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. No, it is اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم.
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم.
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم.
غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
مغضوب, it is مغضوب, not مغضوب. Okay? مغضوب, ضاد, it is from the edge of the tongue with the left cheek. Inshallah, we're going to talk about it. So it is مغضوب, not مغضوب. Okay? This is number one. ولا الضالين, not الضالين. And here try to prolong 6 beats as I have said it. ولا الضالين.
ولا الضالين.
غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Surah Al-Fatiha, inshallah, we are going to recite it almost every time because it's the most important one. In 1 minute only, I'm going to give one meaning of Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, and inshallah next time we're going to give the tafsir of the remaining parts or part of it. So Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, first of all, Bismillah, as we said, whenever we start we start with the meaning of the word or the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah, alamun ala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, alamun ala that ilah, means that this is the highest name and the most glorious name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah. There is no one else that can take this name except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, it has three different meanings. The first one, Ar-Rahman, means that in Arabic we call it like Ar-Rahman, like for example, person that is Ghabban. Okay? Ghabban means that whenever we put alif wa noon in any word in Arabic, means that this person is controlled by this character. Okay? Whenever the person is angry, for example, full of anger, so we say Ghabban, means that we put alif and noon, and at the end. This is Ar-Rahman, means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is full with mercy. This character that as if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is dealing with all His creation with the full mercy. So here Ar-Rahman means that He is merciful with all human beings. Ar-Rahim means that He is merciful toward, specifically to the believers. Okay? وَكَانَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ رَحِيمًا means that Ar-Rahman, general, one for all people, believer and non-believer. Ar-Rahim means that for the believers only. Okay? So we should remember this regarding Al-Basmala, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And after that, inshallah, we're going to have the tafsir. What you need to do is read these notes well today and try as much as you can to go through the notes, first 3 pages, and to recite Surah Al-Fatiha as I recited it today. Okay, and you have the video, inshallah, we're going to upload the video as we have recited it today. Okay, at least 5 times. At least 5 times, and try to rectify your pronunciation regarding the points that I have mentioned here. Maghdubi Dhalin, Sirat, Mustaqim, and so on. Okay? And Iyaka, yes, and Iyaka also. It's double, okay? Iyaka, not Iyaka. Iyaka only without double, it is in Arabic, means totally different thing. Iyaka means that the sun ray, which is something not related to this one, okay? Iyaka, it's Damir. And Qaf, yes. Yes. Where is
Only some people pronounce
Iyaka. Yes, it is Iyaka. Okay. Questions in 2 minutes only. Okay, 2 minutes.
So there are 2 things actually. One is actually related to Pakistan specific. And there is a letter known as J. So